the Silver Shells Bling Party with the Bling Sisters. Jewelry, bling, fashion, that's our destiny. We're inviting people to join the Bling Sisters. Bringing entertainers from around the world. We help you find places to go. We sell you the jewelry to take you there. Glam up, accessorize. Let's get out of the living room and out in the town.
Up and down the 101, glamorized party and having fun.
Sonoma, Santa Rosa, Bodega Bay, Windsor, Katani, Roner Park, Petaluma, Hillsburg.
We're the Bling Sisters. Welcome to the Silver Shells Bling Party. We're the Bling Sisters. Jewelry, bling, fashion, that's our destiny. We're the Bling Sisters. Welcome to the Silver Shells Bling Party. We're the Bling Sisters. Jewelry, bling, fashion, that's our destiny. We talk, we chat, we have conversations with interesting people from around the Bay.
Come on, join the Bling Sisters. Let them sell you jewelry that'll make your day.
We're the Bling Sisters. Welcome to the Silver Shells Bling Party. Welcome to the Silver Shells Bling Party.
Okay. Hello, everyone, and happy Thursday. Oh my gosh, so much has been going on. I apologize, I've been sick with vertigo, but I'm better, so we're hoping to get our shows back on track. I'm Silver Shells.
I'm Cindy Jenkins.
And we are
the Bling Sisters.
And we interview the who's who in the entertainment industry, and we're coming to you live from the heart of Sonoma County. So look for the red light in the upper left-hand corner. If it's on, we're live. And then, I don't know, find your notification bell somewhere over on
the
that
rambling
side.
notification
The
bell.
rambling-
It seems to, depending on what device you're on, it may be anywhere. So look for it, and if you see it, click it and say you want to be notified.
Yeah, you want to be notified because we're fun. We have interviewed so far 85 guests. Yeah, our last guest was Lester Chamber. Our first guest was Randy Tieford of Tiny House Live. We've had Adam Burney on, Carol Casey. Oh my gosh, we have Aki Kumar, and our guest coming up tonight, Johnny Burgin, has played with Aki, and we're hoping to get Charlie Musselwhite on here. We have Jojo Razor, Gary Silva. We have had, like I said, 85 past guests. So if you'd like to see any of our videos, please go to www.blingsisters.live and you can look at our videos. Or you can go on our Facebook page, Silver Shells Bling Party.
The business page, and click on the live tab on the left-hand side.
And you'll see all of our videos come up. John Provost, oh my gosh. And
that was fun.
That was a lot of fun. I really enjoyed, talking with Timmy from Lassie. It was quite the iconic moment is all I can think of. Upcoming, we have Ethan Lake and Paige O'Rourke next Thursday, and they have studied at the Pinetop Perkins Masterclass.
Absolutely. And Paige is a 16-year-old drummer who has backed Lindsay Alexander's Monday Night Jam at Buddy Guy's Legends in Chicago. And she's done quite a bit. She's in a magnet school for musicians.
So we're excited to have
We're
them
excited
on.
to see an 18 and a 16-year-old blues duo.
We are. Then we have John Lee Hooker, and we snagged Rudy Colombini. So I'm real excited. November 12th, we have Rudy come on. Now tonight, we have guest number 86, Johnny Bergen. He is an American...
86.
Huh? 86?
You
Bring
are
'em
86.
on.
Okay, let's bring him on.
Let's bring him on.
Let's
and then
just cut
there's-
to the chase. Here he is.
So,
There he is.
There
Everybody,
he is.
look at him.
Johnny Burgin.
It's
Hello.
Johnny Burgin. Yay.
Thank you. Johnny Burgin is a man. He is a band leader, a father, a sideman, Chicago blues man, harmonica player, teacher, blogger, and is podcaster. Is that podcaster a name, like a broadcaster?
I'm a podcaster. Yes, I am now a podcaster.
So you are. Look at that. I'm so with it.
Along with Stephanie Tice, we started something called No Border Blues, sponsored by the Chicago Blues Network. And it's a look at international blues artists, some notable artists that you should know about.
We were looking at the one.
Around the world.
We were looking at the one from Nepal.
Yes, that was awesome. Yeah.
Thank you. And we had Aki on there, and we had Jesus on a Tortilla from Milan. Our next episode will be Katie Bradley from the UK. It's a lot of fun. I kind of feel like some of the international blues artists don't get the credit they deserve, and I think we sort of have to make the blues tent a little bit wider. I'm interested in people singing in different languages.
Yeah.
That's something Stephanie's really into as well, and we're just giving people a platform for that. So we're going to produce 2 of those a month. So subscribe to my YouTube channel to stay up to date on No Border Blues.
Absolutely.
Absolutely. And you're also known as the worldwide West Side guitar man. And you do 250 shows a year.
I used to.
Until COVID, yeah.
Wow.
I was on the road constantly. And I go to Europe a lot. I go to Japan a lot. I've been to Russia and Chile and stuff. In fact, I went to Russia and Chile with Aki.
Okay.
And I just try to bring the music to the people and keep rolling. And it was all these international contacts that really that's what got Stephanie and I started with this record, No Border Blues Japan, which then kind of became, first it was a record that just looked at the Japanese blues scene, and then it became the podcast. Because we wanted to keep it going and spread the spotlight around.
Yeah, so you were featured in the Chicago Sun-Times, your No Border Blues podcast, Japan. So, kudos to you. That's
We've been having a Japan link between some of our guests. We've got John Provost, who made a movie in Japan when he was very small. Yeah. And we have
Mr. Big.
Mr. Big is very big.
Japan.
Billy Sheehan. We had Billy Sheehan. He's very big in Japan.
Billy Sheehan, the heavy metal bass player?
Yeah.
Yes, that's
He's
him.
been on our show.
Wow.
Yeah, that was pretty awesome. Okay, so
Big degree of the separation.
that, you would not believe it. But we also, all right, we're going to start out with a trivia question too. We heard, okay, so we want people, you put in the comments what you think the answer is, and towards the end of the show, we'll reveal the answer. All right, Johnny, we heard you want to play a new instrument. Is it A, a saxophone, B, the accordion, or C, the upright bass? So everybody, you put your answers in the comment screen, and
We'll play some Jeopardy music later.
we'll play some do.
Well, no,
Okay.
we won't, really.
No, never mind.
It was a funny idea. I had it now instead of prior to the show.
Yeah. She won't let me sing, though, so that's all right. All right, so we have that out of the way. And so you have also been nominated for Best Traditional Blues for your 2017 Howling at Greaseland. Now, is Greaseland that's a studio? Is that a place? Howling at Greaseland?
It is. And now Stephanie, my partner, she produced that record.
Okay.
And it's kind of neat. It's the first time that she had ever produced anything, and then it got nominated for a BMA for Best Traditional Blues CD. So what that is it's a tribute to Howlin Wolf.
Right.
And it was all recorded at Greaseland.
Okay.
So we called it Howlin at Greaseland. So I played with Tail Dragger on it.
Mm-hmm.
Tail Dragger's a great blues singer from Chicago who he gave me my start years ago. And I'll actually be playing with Tail Dragger on November 5th for for this concert series called Trading Fours, which is on the Chicago Blues Network. But I've had a long relationship with Tail Dragger, and that was kind of a main part of the record. But there's a lot of great stuff like Terry Hanks on it.
Yeah. We've interviewed Terry. Yeah.
And I love Terry. He's a star, man. He's a star.
He is
Terry
fantastic.
Hank, we love him.
And John Blues Boyd is on it, and there's a lot of interesting artists on there. Henry Gray, some of the last stuff that Henry Gray recorded, and the whole theme was Howlin Wolf, and that's how. At first, it was just a bunch of tracks that were laying around, and Stephanie kind of pulled it together into a nice package, and it has some spoken words about the history of Howlin Wolf on it. So it's kind of a historical CD. So it was nice to be part of it.
Nice, and you wrote. Did you write some original songs for it?
That was pretty much the music of Howlin Wolf. And,
Okay.
And it was kind of, the point of it was how the music is still very vital today.
I didn't know if you did in the style of, or,
That's what I do, like, for all the other records.
For all the other records, yeah. A lot of people
He's a
come
big
in.
deal. Howlin Wolf's a big deal.
So,
That would be a good segue to a song featuring, or not featuring, but Tail Dragger, Chicago West Side blues singer, Tail Dragger.
now he's a disciple, Howlin Wolf disciple. So, how does one just immerse themselves in?
Well, he knew Howlin Wolf. Howlin Wolf gave him his name, and Howlin Wolf gave him pointers on how to sing, and he was like a mechanic who just went to see Howlin Wolf when he got off work, And he just wanted to be like him, kind of. And, now decades later, he's kind of, Howlin Wolf actually said, one day this boy's going to take my place, So Tail Dragger really stepped up and has become like an ambassador for the blues. We've played all over in Spain and France and Belgium. And when he gets on stage, it's like, people they freak out. Like, we were actually driving through this tiny little cobblestone street in Spain. People could see where you could barely get through the street. See him in there, and they started like screaming and beating on the van. It was like being in the van with the Rolling Stones or something.
Yeah,
that's
the
great.
Celebrities.
So
fantastic.
Anyway, recently I was in Chicago and we recorded this just on my phone, hanging out on this porch, and this is kind of a taste of what you'll see November 5th at the Chicago Blues Network, Trading Fours. So definitely tune in for that.
Okay.
We will. All right, here we go.
Here we go.
Thank you so much for
Let's
joining
roll 'em.
us, everybody.
good woman, man. Treat your woman right. Oh, somebody. Please stop lying on me. Stop lying. Please stop lying on me. I didn't take your woman. You gave that girl to me. Had a good woman. Just wouldn't treat her right. You had a good woman. Just wouldn't treat her right. No, you leave home. You stay gone all night. That ain't right. Gotta come home every night. That ain't right. Gotta come home every night. Got a good woman, man. Treat your woman right. Go home.
Woohoo! Porch Blues.
Hello, everyone, and welcome back. I'm Silver Shells.
I'm Cindy Jenkins.
We are
The
Bling
Bling
Sisters.
Sisters.
And we are interviewing guest number 86 today, Johnny Burgin. And we were just talking about how when he was in college, he started out as a writer, but then kept adding some music to the mix and went from writing to playing.
Yeah, I guess I just fell in with the wrong crowd.
Oh, you had a funny story. You had a
Yes.
funny
Yeah,
story.
All right,
about
what's our
that
funny
guitar.
story?
In that video, it's from Taildragger bought it from one of his neighbors for like $50 or something. But that guitar is, if you bought there was a time where if you bought a Volkswagen, they gave you an electric guitar. And that's what it is.
It's a Volkswagen
A
guitar.
A
Volkswagen.
Volkswagen guitar. How many times
That's-
do you hear that?
that's
And
pretty
I
good.
think it's pretty good. I kind of like the sound of it. So anyway,
That's a great
I got
story.
a chuckle out of that. Some of you guitar players might enjoy that.
So, how many guitars do you have?
Oh, I got a Django acoustic kind of guitar.
Do you have a favorite?
And well, the Epiphone Sheridan. That's that big tobacco 335 style guitar. That's my main guitar. And then I got my Rickenbacker, and I can't pick between those two. I have to have them both. My Rickenbacker is my little guitar. It's just like it's
You
just
can't
like
you can't pick between the two. Is that a guitar joke?
I'm just saying I need them both. Even though I play the Epiphone more, I need them both. They're both really special. And let's see, I need a black guitar.
A black.
I've got two
black
more.
one.
I want a sleek black one, like a Jazzmaster shape.
We'll cut away.
For the sound or just for the groovy
I want
look?
it to be sleek and I want it to be light because that Epiphone is really heavy and like when I was in Japan, we were always taking the trains everywhere.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
And, as soon as I move, I knock somebody over with the thing on my back. I mean, so something smaller and lighter would be good when you're really running around. But I love guitars. I mean, I could easily have 100 guitars if I had the money.
Yeah, you just have to, justify. Yes, this one plays really well. This song, and I play that one with this song. So
Right, they all have a reason to exist. Yeah.
Yeah. To play. So, oh my gosh, so you have 10 Do you still have 10 CDs, or do you have more now?
No, I guess it is 10.
You have 10. But you've been they call a session, not a session, but a set man? Is that what they call it?
Like you can call it, I've been a sideman on many recordings. Yeah, I've done it with all kinds of folks. In fact, I played on some of Aki's record, Handyman Blues, and he played on my records.
Okay.
So he's on my live record. And Charlie Musselwhite was on that too. He was kind enough to be a part of that. Nancy Wright. Ray Gordon from Portland. So we all help each other out, But it just starts adding up after a few decades.
Yeah, you call in a few favors. And so do you have to learn, so they contact you and say, we want you to play with us. Do you have to learn a lot of songs, or do you just know a lot of songs? I mean, gosh.
Yes.
How can you remember all those?
Yes, the answer is yes.
All the above.
That's a lot of
All the above.
That's a lot of songs. Yeah. So have you always played the blues, or did you were more rockin'?
I used to just love all kinds of music, and then I sort of had this kind of conversion moment where I got real steep into the blues, and now I'm kind of opened up and listening to everything again. Mm-hmm. And when I got real serious, heavy into the blues, that was when I was in college, and I went to see Tail Dragger out on the west side. It's the first time I'd seen a black blues band with a really strong singer in a black club, and that's when the music came to life in a way that it wasn't just reading the liner notes off of the record anymore. That's when it was real people.
You connected.
It was working people. It was true urban folk music. Yeah, and I connected in a different way, and I fell into that world, and I call it the last 5 minutes of the blues boom, and the last 5 minutes of the blues being a real black culture part of Chicago, and I'll always be grateful for that. And, so that was all I could think about, because it was just a learning curve to sort of get it down in your bones.
Yeah. Interesting. So who are you listening to on your iPad right now? What kind of music do you listen to?
Gee, I've been listening to some Bill Jennings, because I just he had this song Alexandria, Virginia, and Stompin' with Bill and stuff, and his version of St. Louis Blues, and it's real swinging, but with some really savvy electric guitar in it, and I'm really into that. And I'm playing with different people. I did a recording session with Johnny Sansone, who's a wonderful songwriter and a harmonica player who's has been based in New Orleans for a long time. So I was listening to his music and doing some recording with him. I did some playing with Galia Volt. She's a really strong new artist, and I was really proud to play with her. She did a great job. So I'm listening to all kinds of things. I drive around and listen to WWOZ.
WWOZ.
Yeah,
what is
great
this?
station down in New Orleans. And just keep it coming. I always go back to Django, and I always go back to Earl Hooker. He's my all-time favorite guitar player. Earl Hooker, Sammy Lahorn, Luther Tucker. Gary and I talked for a long time. Gary Silva and I talked a long time about Luther Tucker. That's kind of cool because he played a lot in your area, at the Trade Winds and Kotati and stuff like that. Those are my heroes. So I'm always going back to my heroes. And I guess I should say I teach these weekly guitar lessons and just put them on YouTube. You can subscribe to my YouTube channel and check them out. And every week I do a different artist.
Okay.
Oh, nice.
And sort of try to get down into their style and just talk about, what makes them them, and what makes it unique, what makes it interesting. So last week I did Lightning Hopkins, so I take time and get ready for him. I listened to Lightning Hopkins for about 2 days, and it was like a review, so I've done Lightning Hopkins, Big Joe Williams, I did Fenton Robinson. I'm probably the only guy in the whole world who posted a YouTube lesson on Mighty Joe Young. And I've done Luther Tucker, and not that I've mastered it all, but I can help people listen to it and understand it. So I'm always trying to listen to good music and just get it crammed into my head so I'm ready for whatever comes at me, you know.
Well, we got some fun music to listen to. Funky B. Roswell. Funky.
It's Funky B, Roswell, Georgia, February 2020.
Okay.
Right. This song by Sun Seals, and this was like one of the last live shows I did.
Yeah.
Before everything kind of shut down, I was traveling with my band, and song by Sun Seals. I enjoy playing it. It has more of a kind of a rock feel. So hope you guys enjoy it.
Yeah,
we will.
All right.
Mateos on bass, and my regular road drummer as well, Steve Doherty, who lives in Beloit, Wisconsin.
All right. Thanks for joining us.
Let's roll it.
Every time I see her, she probably goes down around.
Hello, everyone, and we're back. I'm Silver Shells.
I'm Cindy Jenkins.
We are
the Bling Sisters.
And we have our guest number 86, Johnny Burgin, tonight. We've been talking with him about what's going on in his life, and I just brought up Ice Cream Men, and he said that's going way back. How back are we talking?
Oh, well, I was in college.
That was college, okay, all right.
Yeah, but these guys were older than me, and they had like a purist band. They didn't have any bass player. They just had 2 guitars. It was like a real 50s style Chicago blues. It was very purist. So it was a great education. I was lucky enough to kind of build things block by block or brick by brick. You know, I started out just playing the bass lines on guitar.
Okay.
Then like when I got with Tail Dragger, there was always a really strong guitar player like Lurie Bell or Johnny B. Moore. He used to play with Coco Taylor and Willie Dixon and stuff. And great guitarists. And I just played chords. So first I just played the bass lines. Then I just played chords. And I got with Sam Lay. I played chords all night. I didn't play a single guitar solo. And so it was chords, which is a big deal. And then finally, you start your own band and start playing more lead and stepping up a little bit. And then, you know, my singing was awful, like terrible. You can listen to my first record, you'll see for yourself. And
shocking.
I'm the first white person to sing on Delmark, and you know, the fact that kind of really put me out there, but my singing was not very good. It really wasn't. I had to grow into that. But, you know, the point is, like, I learned it all gradually.
Right.
And I don't know why I started talking about that. Oh, it's because the Ice Cream Man gave me, like, the beginning. You know, I got to start at the beginning. So for me, that helped because, like, I mean, some guys were just freaking amazing, like, from the word go.
Yeah.
Like Rusty Zen, for example. I mean, I remember seeing him, like, we were about the same age, and I saw him in Chicago in my early 20s, and I'm like, is this even possible, man? You know? I mean,
Yeah.
Why are you doing that, you know? And you know, it just took me a long, I was kind of like almost the late bloomer, not, maybe the late bloomer is not quite the right word, but, you know, it took like some years of like going out every night, sitting in, playing with this guy, playing with that guy, just sticking with it for a long time.
Sticking with it.
And then finally, I couldn't even sing till I hit 40. I mean, I could sing, it just really kind of.
You did sing, but you just couldn't.
It wasn't very good until then it became blues.
Yeah, then it's okay because you could just sound sad all the time.
You got to go through the ringer of life a little bit. And
You
I
do.
didn't
A little bit.
understand all that in my 20s. I wasn't very street smart. I hadn't really experienced anything except college. So you can't sing the blues.
College, the
Yeah.
blues.
You can't-
I got a
What?
cram.
Because you didn't finish your paper or something. You know, I mean, so, you know, I just,
Decisions.
it took me a while to put all the pieces together.
Well,
Yeah.
hey, we have to say hi to a few people.
Oh yeah, we've
Got a few people to say hi to.
All
Let me
right.
pull
Is there
this-
somebody
there's-
you'd like to say hi to, Johnny?
Hey, Stephanie, I know you're there. Stephanie produced No Border Blues. I was happy just going to Japan and playing. She's the one who said, we're gonna come back and make a record. You know, and those Japanese guys were like, us? Really? Me? You know, and so, you know, it was her idea, her vision, and her persistence made it all happen. And
That's
you know, Stephanie, I miss you terribly right now. We're not together.
She's
We're
over
at
there
home.
somewhere. Yeah.
Yeah, so anyway, I'm just happy she's here. And my buddy Carl's here, student at Chicago Blues Boot Camp, or Chicago Blues Network. One of my students, my buddy, glad you're here. And I'm sure there's several others. I'm sorry if I'm not mentioning your name. But thanks everybody for tuning in to the Bling Sisters.
That's right. We're saying hi to Gary. Hi, Gary.
Hi, Gary Chateau.
I'm going to say hi to
James Hicks.
Crowbar, if you're watching.
Crowbar.
My granddaughter Sabrina, my son Zach. It's like
Lupe
heaven.
in Mexico.
We got a bunch of people watching.
Maria Peacock.
Maria, how are you, darling?
Yeah, girlfriend.
We have Stephanie.
And Sheila
Oh, yeah.
Lee Prater. Or
Oh,
Prater.
cool. Sheila's a great fan.
Hey, Sheila,
Nice.
nice to see you.
Todd
Oh,
Lake.
girl.
And we have Todd Lake, the father of next week's guest. Ethan Lake.
He
and
says,
Paige
"Go,
O'Rourke.
Johnny, go." So
Yeah.
So anyway, okay. So we have a trivia question. All right. So that we were going to see if we had one person. Wasn't one person. Carl Bonner guest. So we. You want to play a new instrument. You want to learn a new instrument, and so where the heck did they go? Anyway, you want to play A, the saxophone,
B,
the accordion,
accordion,
or C, the upright bass.
The upright bass. Oh, good remembering.
Yes, I have to. Sometimes I'm good. Sometimes I'm good. And sometimes I'm not. So.
Any other guessers?
Okay, any other guessers?
Gary, give us a guess.
The ship is leaving.
I know.
Right?
Tick tock. Do 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 do.
Ship is leaving the airport.
Okay, well, I think we should reveal the answer, Johnny.
Go ahead, Johnny. You tell us.
Accordion. It's the accordion.
The accordion.
I've got it right here.
All right. So why the accordion when you could play the upright bass or the saxophone?
Exactly. That's the people want to know.
Yeah.
Or I just want to rock the house on the accordion like Clifton Chenier. Just play a really good thing like Houston Boogie or something. And, there's something about it that just like blows people away. And I guess when you watch someone it's like watching someone wrestle a bear.
Yeah.
Bruce Gordon. From the Blues
Gordon,
Defenders.
he plays accordion.
Great accordion player.
Yeah, he rocks it. Yeah.
I love you, man.
Yeah.
And he's a big Clifton fanatic, and something we have in common. And I did some of that on a record I did, Neoprene Fedora. I had Steve Willis play accordion. Another great player. There's an accordion festival in Katati.
Yeah, there sure is.
There's a lot of Zydeco.
Yes.
In the Bay, and especially in the East Bay. And a lot of it was on our Huli Records, one of my favorite record labels in El Cerrito. But for a while, I had a keyboard, and like if Stephanie was driving and I'd be in the passenger seat, I would practice on the keyboard with my left hand, because that's the hand that blade, But I lost it somewhere. I'll get to it. I got a lot of stuff going on, but I will get to this.
You will get to that. We know somebody who's trying to learn a new song every single day during the coronavirus lockdown. That would be like 900 songs so far.
That's a lot of songs.
Every day when I got home from school, I'd learn a new song. But I got to tell you something funny about how I got my accordion.
Yeah.
One of my first tours of recent years, when I really started like going on the road a lot more, it was just me and my drummer, and we used different bass players. When we were in Old Saybrook, Connecticut, and I didn't have a van. I had a Toyota Avalon 4-door sedan. So in the 4-door sedan, we had my PA, 2 guitars, guitar amp, our clothes, and the drum set, and me and my drummer Steve.
In the van.
Not in the van, in a 4-door sedan.
Oh, in a 4-door sedan.
So everything had to be put in just right. We had about this much room. And then they gave me the accordion. My buddy, a dear friend of mine who lives in Old Saybrook, has a music store. He just, I said I wanted to play accordion, and he said, "Oh, don't worry, I got something for you." And he gave me this beautiful accordion. And I'm like, where the hell are you going to put that? But somehow we made it.
Well, you just squeeze it.
I still have that car.
Squeeze it, put it in there. Yeah, it's Jenga. Oh my gosh, my granddaughter's moving. Yeah, in a sedan. Well, they were bigger then. I guess. What was that? The B-52s, You gotta.
B-3s, yeah.
Yeah, they were talking about.
Yeah, those take up some space, and don't let them fall on you.
Oh my God, no. So what have you been up to during all this COVID stuff, and now that you've been locked away in your house, and are you working on anything new? Do you Zoom with your friends? Are you working on new music? What's going on?
well, I'm doing some guitar lessons and doing things with the Chicago Blues Network and the podcast. And I've been trying to promote the No Border Blues Japan record from home. I mean, it did really well radio-wise, and I spend time chatting with DJs and letting them know that it's out there, letting them know I really care if they play it. You know, it's a two-way street. It's not just about them giving you, you know, they need to be recognized too. And blues DJs are so loyal. You know, I quit music for 8 or 9 years, and when I came back, they were still there.
Yeah.
And they still knew about me. So, like, if you get a blues DJ on your side, they care about you for the rest of your career. So I've been busy with that, and, you know, I spend time with my mom. I take walks. I cook good food. And
What do you like to cook?
Life is still very full, you know.
What do you like to
Life
cook?
is good.
I made a green pozole the other day. That made me happy.
Italian?
There was
Pozole?
like a Mexican soup with, you know, it has
Oh,
hominy in it. And
okay.
it has
Oh, how embarrassing. I don't know my stuff, you know.
pozole.
I don't know my food.
Pozole, I know what pozole is.
Doesn't matter.
It's
And,
usually red.
And it's good. Good.
Yeah, there's some great sausages down here, so you can make some good, you know. I made kind of like a minestrone kind of a soup with the sausage. There's some good Cajun sausages down here. I'm just scratching the surface of what you can do down here.
In New
And
Orleans,
there's always
yeah.
stuff to do, you know. There's always stuff to do.
Have you been in one of those haunted antebellum mansions or anything yet?
Not yet, but I think the whole South is haunted practically.
Yeah. Yeah, lots of people. So,
There's lots of strong memories.
So, with your podcast now, so you had the person you did Japan and Nepal. Do you have who do you have lined up for your next? You're doing 2 a month?
Correct. I've got the current episode is Jesus on a Tortilla from Milan, who I've actually played with, and I like their name. That it's like they said it's like a leap of faith. You know, if you see the face of Jesus on a tortilla, it's like a leap of faith. And he says playing this kind of antiquated music in this modern age is kind of like a leap of faith.
It is.
So that's the thinking. And then I've got Katie Bradley coming up from the UK, wonderful singer, and Kalia Volt will come up, and there's lots of other folks too. It's really nice just to even. It's a nice way to stay connected to some of these folks who I've played with, you know, in different countries, and sort of if we can help each other. You know, what else can we do, right?
Yeah, you could do a podcast about a singer from every country, you know. Chalk it off on your, so we have Switzerland, Nepal.
Yeah, this could just go on and on.
Yeah, well, yeah.
Oh, I've got a Swedish band for you, Ida Bang. Check them out.
Ida Bang.
IDA Bang.
Okay.
Or was it Switzerland?
I don't
One of
know,
those two S countries.
Sweden, Switzerland.
Sweden or Switzerland. Ida Bang. Check them out. They're very good.
I will.
This is Cindy Jenkins, the Bling sister.
I am. Why are we introducing me?
I don't know, because I love you.
That's nice. Thanks.
All right, I think, yeah, okay. So what else is going on? Okay, so you got, I guess, do you have plans for the future, or are they all on hold like everybody else? Are you just going to keep moving forward?
I want to make an instrumental record, because I've never done that. Pretty much, if you look at my recordings over the years, they've all said something different.
Okay.
Like, I did a record with Kike Gomez, Dos Hombres Wanted on Vizztone. You know, that was unique because Kike and I have a chemistry. And, I mean, you know, he was on your show.
Yeah,
He's
yeah.
a wonderful singer, and he's special. And so that sounded different. You know, and I did Neoprene Fedora. It was all about being in California after decades in the Midwest and playing with all these great people in California, like Kid Anderson and Alabama Mike and Aki and all these guys. So it was like using all those strong colors and personalities.
Yeah.
And then I did Johnny Burgin Live, which was like my road show with all these great special guests. And then the Japan thing. So everything has had a distinct theme. And now I want to do an instrumental record. Guitar fiesta, maybe have a bunch of guitars sitting around a big table, like a party filled with yummy food, you know.
That would be nice.
Yeah, and then I'd like to do an acoustic record. I got a 12-string now, and I made it like a 9-string, like Big Joe Williams, and I want to play some real nitty-gritty, that blues. You gotta make them cry, man. It's not about great guitar playing.
Right.
It's not about it's about making them cry. I want to just
Wreck them.
It's a
You
connected.
gotta make them cry.
It's a connectedness. If you can connect with the song and the singer, you know, you got the tears right there.
Yeah, you gotta go to that.
Yeah.
You gotta go to that bad place. You gotta go to the heartbroken place.
Yeah, if you really.
Yeah.
Well, obviously, we've been here because we promote the blues.
That's right. You're really in people's corner. You're really, you have a nice platform to talk to all kinds of people. I really, I appreciate what you're doing.
Thank you.
Well, thank you. And I
It's
think
a lot of
it's
fun.
almost time to wrap up. And Gary Chateau, I see that you almost picked accordion. Okay, see if
He was going
he
to
was
guess
gonna-
accordion.
Yeah, Gary was.
But he was listening while he was driving. So Gary is the winner. Because he was going to.
He
Just
was
like
going
that tire I almost changed before it was flat.
Oh my gosh. All right, so you are watching Silver Shells Bling Party, and I'm Silver Shells.
I'm Cindy Jenkins.
And we are
the Bling Sisters.
And so go ahead. We have upcoming guests next Thursday. We have Ethan Lake and Paige O'Rourke. On November 5th, we have John Lee Hooker Jr. He's coming up. And then on November 12th, we have Rudy Colombini. So we want to say thank you so much, Johnny Burgin, for coming on our show. We really appreciate it. And
Cindy, you made my day.
Yeah. Got any words of wisdom?
That's so nice.
To leave your fans and leave everybody with?
Hey, check out my site. That's not really words of wisdom, but I will say it. Check out my site, johnnyburgin.com. Follow me on Twitter or Johnny Burgin Live on Facebook. Just connect up, subscribe on YouTube. That would be great. Check out the podcast, No Border Blues, and stay safe. Stay in touch, and be good to each other.
That's right. Thank you, Johnny, and thank you, everyone, for joining us. And we will be back next Thursday.
Next Thursday with Ethan Lake and Paige O'Rourke.
All right, we got some.
I'll drop you guys a line.
Thank you so
Thank
much.
you so
Bye,
much.
everyone. Have a good evening.
Good
Okay,
night.
Be good.
Bye.
All right.
When you've been mistreated and cast aside, sometimes you feel like you up and died. I'll ease your mind and pick you up off the ground. You're gonna be alright when the blues man comes to town. When I do my work, I have perfect control, and I won't stop till I satisfy your soul. I'll ease your mind and pick you up off the ground. You're gonna be alright when the blues man comes to town. When the lights go out and it's time to go, you'll be at peace as I ride down the road. It may be a while, but I'll be back again. And when I do, I'm going to take you to be my friend. I'll ease your mind and pick you up off the ground. You're gonna be alright when your blues man comes to town. Charlie Musselwhite.